Well, news just breaking, of course, about Frankie Dettori retiring at the end of the 2023 season. Look at this, hot off the press, live from Ascot right now is Jason Weaver. Jason, you were on ITV when the news broke in. You stood right next to one statue of one legend, Lester Piggott, and Frankie's statue is about, what, 50 yards from you. I mean, big news that obviously he's retiring. Father Time waits for no man. He wants to go out at the top. What a farewell tour it's going to be in 2023.
Yeah, Matt. He was obviously thinking about it for a very long time, and I thought, I was led to believe that he was going to ride throughout next season, and then he was going to assess the situation towards the end of that campaign, i.e., if a superstar came along from his contacts, and then he would keep on going. But there's obviously been a shift or a change from that, and he's decided from a physical point of view that he doesn't want to go on too long, and people remember him as not being at his absolute peak. We know the work and that he puts into keeping himself in tip-top condition on the treadmill every morning, and maybe not riding at a Leicester on a Monday or a Southern on a Tuesday, but saving himself for the bigger meetings. But he keeps himself in great condition, and that has been able, or it has enabled him to last as long as he has. And look, for his part in the global operation that was Godolphin, he was able to fly into all of those different countries around the world and adapt to their style of racing at the drop of a hat.
I mean, it's been an illustrious 36-year career, I think, isn't it? 16 he was when he came over here with fellow Italian Luca Chimani. Look, there's been lots of controversy, but we remember all the greats. I mean, 1997, the Magnificent Seven, of course, at Ascot, exactly where you are right now.
Yeah, look, going through that particular afternoon, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on a minute, this is ridiculous, 5, 6, 7. And to be honest, if I was to position myself that way, that's where the old paddock used to be at the other end of Ascot. You'll remember where you used to come out. The weighing room was just in not that new building, but the old building behind me now. And yeah, remarkable. Down at the start, Fujiyama crest. He'd gone. We could see the bookmakers from there, and we're wandering around at the start. And he was a 20-1 poke. All of a sudden, he's been backed into near favoritism on the back of 6 winners that have gone in. Pat Eddery set sail up the hill, whip crack away. You could hear him in that bump and kick, absolutely flying up the hill, but Fujiyama not to be denied. And written on his peg was Magnificent Seven with a few arrows dotted towards the other jockeys where we used to sit, saying mere mortal riders.
Look, you can see one legend behind me here with Tony McCoy from the Jump Sphere, but just what has he brought to racing as a whole, the sport, in the last 30-odd years?
Yeah, look, it's not just his ability out on the track, the connect with the public. People love him, to spend time with him, and how much he has given back to the sport of racing. One of the names that you could recognize up and down the street away from it as well. He's branched out. He's slightly bigger than the game, dare I say it. But it's, we never should underestimate how good a rider, a gifted rider he is technically and physically. And his record is just ridiculously phenomenal. But we will struggle to replace him. Well, we're not going to replace him. We're not going to be able to replace him. That's what we've got to wake up to. He's carried racing on his back for a long time. Racing has been good to him. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, big miss. Let's enjoy him. Let's enjoy him for the next, for 2023.
Well, just finally on that 2023, I mean, it's going to be some farewell tour. We know he'll be riding abroad as well. He's in America right now. I think the Breeders' Cup may be the end of it. But where you are right now, in the middle of October, Champions Day, I think of York and the Ebor meeting, obviously Newmarket as well, the home of racing. His final rides at those places will get punters flying through the turnstiles in 2023.
We wanted something to be able to get the crowds back. We wanted something to get the numbers up, if you like. And yeah, for him, when he's dotted around, people want to go and see him. I remember that, people were flocking around the country waiting for McCoy to ride that, whatever 1,000th winner it was, up and down the country. People just going from racecourse to racecourse following him. And hopefully it will be the same. And look, he may well end he said he didn't want to take away from Kipco Champions Day here, and that he will be back at the Breeders' Cup. 14 Breeders' Cup successes he has had all told. And as I said, everybody out there, let's enjoy him. Let's enjoy what has been a masterclass in the saddle for the last 30 years.